Hello everyone, welcome to EduTerrain. I know it has been a long time, almost more than a month gap owing to my ill health, but now I am back. So from today we'll be having our regular classes both on YouTube, that is for the regular current affairs uh, that we do in the morning, and in the afternoons whatever the other YouTube sessions wherein we generally cover our reports, schemes, current affairs of ARD and ESI, etc. All that would be covered as usual. Okay, so thank you very much for all the patience and the love that you have showered on me. I have been getting lots of messages, inquiring about my health and all. Thank you very much. Now, without wasting much time, let me start today's session. As you can see here, these are the MCQs that we are going to discuss for 5th June 2024, that is current affairs. Okay. Yes, so before getting into the session, I have a small announcement. As you all know, I have already launched various courses on EduTerrain, and this is the current affairs course has also been launched, wherein for 6 months you are being offered a price of 500. And what all the deliverables of this course will be providing you with the daily quizzes, okay, along with proper explanation of almost all the current affairs on a daily basis, so that you can practice. Along with that, you can also look into the, or you can get the whatever the information or the content about that particular news article. So wholesome experience you can have, as the real exam experience only the quizzes would be conducted. And currently we are offering this at the minimum price, that is 500 rupees for 6 months. Okay, yes. So the first question, घर घर solar Tata Power ke sang. Now this is a nationwide campaign that has been started by the Tata Power majorly to encourage the consumers to install residential solar rooftop solutions, and this has been launched by the Tata Power Solar Systems from which of the following places in India. Though it is a nationwide campaign, the first of its जो नींव बोलते हैं ना, वो डाला गया था one of these particular places. From there the entire structure has been built for this particular campaign. So here the correct answer is Jodhpur, Rajasthan, wherein this particular campaign has been launched. Okay, and this is Jodhpur, Rajasthan, wherein it has been launched. And why only from Jodhpur? Why not from any other place? Now see, the number of sunny days in a year that are more in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, that's why it's also called as Sun City, because of which Tata Power Solar Systems Limited, they have taken up or selected this particular city, and here as part of which they are planning to continue their mission to bring reliable, affordable and sustainable solar energy to every household across India as part of the vision of India as well, where we are planning to bring 1 crore houses under this particular ambit, that is the rooftop solar program. Moving on to our next question, the Reserve Bank of India and the national, that is NPCI International Payments Limited, now very recently RBI has released its annual report, as part of which lots of information has been provided in that. Now from that only, now today we are going to discuss few questions, and day in and day out whatever the various news articles that are being covered from that report, will be covering many more questions from that only. Okay, now as part of that only, it has been mentioned in the report that RBI and NPCI International Payments have plans to expand the UPI, that is Unified Payments of Interface of India, to how many countries by financial year 2029. The RBI annual report states that initiatives will be taken to increase UPI and RuPay global reach. Now, what is this UPI? It is a system. Actually, we all know that one of the most innovative solutions that has been provided by the digitalized banking, wherein it powers multiple bank accounts into a single mobile application of any participating bank, and all these merging several banking features will be able to do payment from for merchants or for account to account, phone number to phone number. This has helped us to improve the innovativeness in the digitalized transactions. So currently this UPI, not only in India, we are doing it for it is being used by 7 other countries almost, as this is the information as on Feb 2024. Okay, now this we are planning to take it up to 20 more. Okay, so this is what our plan is, and India can now use the unified payments. It is being done in 7 countries, as I mentioned earlier also, that includes Sri Lanka and Mauritius, France, UAE, Singapore, Bhutan and Nepal. Okay, and this was for the first time was piloted with 21 member banks on 11th April 2016 by Dr. Raghuram Rajan, who has been the then governor of RBI, and later they have UPI enabled apps installed or opened up for public in the Google Play Store in the same year itself, but from August. Okay, now this is about the UPI. What is the future of UPI in the world? Now moving on to our next question. Now one of these following has recently initiated a project to construct a new state-of-art greenfield next generation data center to address capacity expansion constraints, meet the increasing IT landscape needs and avoid region specific risks. This is majorly working on upgrading the Indian financial network 3.0 with better technology, bandwidth and overall services, which will help to provide a network exclusively for the member banks, financial institutions and those who are into these payment systems that include RTGS, NEFT, eKuber, etc. So with this you must have understood that the right answer for this is RBI. RBI is the one that has initiated this project to construct this new state-of-art greenfield next generation data center for this capacity expansion. Now here they have included a new technology, that is the latest software defined wide area network, that is SD-WAN technology, which includes effective load balancing of the links whenever there is link, from कई बार ऐसा होता है ना कि एक इससे दूसरे इसमें लिंक थ्रू इंफॉर्मेशन भेजना पड़ता है और एक बैंक से दूसरे बैंक, दैट ऑल वुड बी लिंक्ड, ऑल दैट वो लोड बैलेंसिंग भी हो जाता है इवन इन केस ऑफ heavy traffic, voice and video traffic optimization and application aware routing. All these are the plus points under this latest SD-WAN technology that they are going to introduce as part of this feature. And ये ऐसा नहीं है कि 2023 में ही उन्होंने अनाउंस किया था that this would be constructed in Odisha, in Bhubaneswar में, and now they have said that they have already started the work, and this again is from the annual report of RBI that has been released recently. Now moving on to our next question. Very recently the Comptroller General of Accounts, they have released, his office has released the various details associated with India's fiscal deficit, its net tax receipts, total expenditure and all that, and as part of which they have highlighted that जो इंडिया का fiscal deficit है, okay, which is nothing but the shortcoming in the income of government as compared to its spendings. जो उनका स्पेंडिंग्स का उन्होंने एक प्लान बनाया होगा, उसमें जो भी कमी आएगी दैट वुड बी द फिजिकल डेफिसिट, उतना डेफिसिट है. ओके, सो अगर जीडीपी के साथ कंपेयर किया जाए तो इट वाज, दे हैव मेंशन दैट इट वुड बी 5.8%, बट व्हेन रियल टर्म्स में जब कैलकुलेशन वो सब हुआ है वो एनविसाज्ड है 5.8%. They have brought it down to 5.6%. Okay, so here it is, the correct answer is 5.6% is the fiscal deficit as a percentage of GDP in financial year 2025. As you can see here, revised estimates 5.8 tha, even below that, it is a good sign. It shows that the fiscal deficit is less. It means that we are able to get the expenditure done as from the whatever that we already have. Okay, सो फिजिकल डेफिसिट अगर अमाउंट में देखा जाए तो ₹16.54 crores lakh crores कंपेयर टू द बजटरी टारगेट ऑफ 17.86. ये हमारा टारगेट था, बट वी हैव ब्रॉट इट अंडर टू 16.54. एंड कहाँ पे टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर है हमारा 44.43 लाख क्रोर्स, बट द नेट टैक्स रिसीट्स, जो भी हमारा रिसीट्स है वो 23.27 लाख crores. So yes, we are exceeding, and that is by 5.6% of the GDP. And as you can see here, this is the total receipts that we have, and net tax revenue plus the non tax revenue, ये दोनों मिला के हमारे आते हैं total receipts, and this is our expenditure. Okay, so almost half से कम ही है. Okay, and fiscal deficit as percentage of GDP, हमारा target था 5.8%, but it has come down to 5.6. Now we are planning to bring that down to 5.1% by financial year 25, and by financial year 26 we want to bring that down by 4.5% of the GDP. This is what our target is, and this is what I was talking about the fiscal deficit definition. And there is one more thing, budget deficit definition as well, where expenditure surpasses revenue and then up impacting the financial health of a country. After that, the fiscal deficit क्या है, that whatever we are envisaging, estimating, and budget deficit they have already done. It's happening on paper. Okay, moving on to our next question. Which of the following statements are true about gratuity and its recent revision? Very recently there was a hike in the DA, that is daily allowance, and after that, once the DA has been increased, there was already news in the market that definitely the gratuity limit would also be hiked, and that has also happened. Now from the same article we have picked all these statements. Okay, so the gratuity limit was previously ₹20 lakhs. Gratuity limits are revised automatically when DA reaches a 40% ceiling. Gratuity is defined benefit plan provided by employers. The Payment of Gratuity Act 1972 governs this gratuity. The new gratuity limit is effective from Feb 1st, 2024. Employees must serve continuously for 5 years or more to be eligible for gratuity. Now you have to tell me which of these statements are true. In this case, the statements 1, 3, 4 are true, and when we talk about the gratuity limits are revised when the DA reaches a 50% ceiling. Okay, and yes, the new 1, 3, 4 are true. Yes, this we have discussed. Sorry. Okay, let's see here itself. New limit 25 lakhs. Jan 1st 2024 से है, not from Feb 1st 2024, and beneficiaries are central government employees, not all. Okay, and the government recently has increased the dearness allowance to central government employees and dearness relief to pensioners by 4%, effective from Jan 1st 2024, and this has raised the total DA to 50% for government employees. Obviously, since that has increased, then this gratuity limit has also been increased to 25 lakhs, and as per the gratuity definition, a defined benefit plan provided by employers to employees who have served continuously for 5 years or more. So here to be eligible for gratuity, here this 6 also is true. That's what I was wondering. Okay, I'm really sorry कि यहाँ पे मैंने एक छोटी सी गलती की है. It would be 6 also is correct, otherwise rest of the options are not correct. Moving on to our next question. What was the value of India's foreign exchange reserves as on May 2024? May में दो values आए हैं, please be very very careful. दोनों values यहाँ दिया है, but you have to pick the recent ones because two values have been given. One as on May 17th, which was 646.67 billion. This 646.67 billion, this is on 24th May. Okay, and 648.7 billion, this is of 17th May. So this is the latest figure, so this is the answer here. Okay, this is a value of India's foreign exchange reserves, both bullion and the liquidity that cash that they have. And they foreign currency assets currently they stand at 567.5. Gold reserves, it stands at 56 yes, $56.71 billion, and special drawing rights that stand at $18.12 billion, and reserves in IMF also have been dipped to $4.33 billion. That has resulted in this drop on May 24th when compared to the higher values foreign exchange reserves on 17th May. Moving on to our next question. Very recently there was a news all over the news channels that RBI is moving its gold from United Kingdom, which was actually they have kept it in safe. It's not that it has been under mortgage or anything, but they have kept it under safe majorly to manage the this foreign exchange reserves only. But now they have brought, or they have got 100 tons or 1 lakh kilograms of gold transferred from UK to India. And why this is done? Majorly this is done to diversify its foreign currency assets hedged against inflation and mitigating foreign currency risks. And now once they have brought it down, what will happen? The rent that they have been paying to that United Kingdom vaults, that would be dropped. So that would be saving only. So for which they have done this, and this is the largest gold transfer since early 1990, and during that time also we were not able to honor the debt payment. So because of which we have opened up the market. A lot of things have done, that is LPG into place to manage the economy and all that. So after that, during that time there was a lot of movement of gold. But now after that, this is a huge, one of the huge gold transfers that has happened. And now all this would be stored in India only, domestically in vaults located in the RBI's old office building on Mumbai's Mint Road, and also in Nagpur where it has its regional office, Mint office. And total gold reserves, if we look at as of March 2024, we are not talking about the May one, it is 413.8 tons which is stored overseas. Of that, 100 tons we have brought it back. And it is one of those central banks in the world that has purchased a very high amount of gold in the recent years, adding 27.5 tons alone in the last 1 year. All these figures are important. Please be very, very careful. Moving on to our next question. Very recently, data has been released by the National Statistical Office of Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation on India's GDP, GVA, etc. Now, as per which these are the statements we have provided. Now, you guys have to tell me which of these statements are correct. India's GDP growth rate in quarter 4 of financial year 2024 was 7.8%. GDP growth provisionally stands at 8.2% for financial year 2024. The GDP growth rate was for financial year 2023 was 7%. Earlier government estimates had placed GDP growth rate for financial year 2024 at 7.6%. Real GVA has been estimated to grow by 6.3% in quarter 4 of financial year 2024, and the RBI's estimate for financial year 24 GDP growth is 88.2%. Now here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of these are true except for the RBI's estimation, because this also they have mentioned as 7% and not 8.2%. As you can see here, released by NSO under MOSPI, and the GDP growth rate for quarter 4 of financial year 2024 is 7.8%, and if we look at the GDP growth rate of the entire financial year, it is 8.2%. And last year, yes, it was 7%. It has increased provisionally based on the provisional figures, and yes, government estimates they have mentioned at 7.6%, but yes, now it has been increased. RBI they have said that it would be at 7% only, and real GVA growth has been estimated at 6.3%. As you can see here, in Q1 of financial year 23, there was very good growth. After that, though it has dropped, slowly it is picking up. Okay, quarterly GDP growth, that was what they have mentioned here. And as you can see here, it is manufacturing that is contributing a lot to this GDP, though in first quarter it was services that has taken over that, but slowly manufacturing. Why? Owing to the various schemes like PLI, etc., this has been possible. So slowly we are seeing, and 9 times since 1961-62 that the GDP growth rate has crossed 8%. See, 1975-76 it was 9.1%. After that it has increased, decreased, and now for 2023-24 for the first time again it has come to 8.2%. Yes, 2016-17 maybe what a 9.7%, 2021-22. It was good, but it went down, but again it is picking up. Moving on to our next question. What is the revised status of coastal mangroves in Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka and the Maldives? See, very recently a report has been released by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. As per that report, which is titled as the Red List of Mangrove Ecosystems. Okay, and this particular report was released on the International Day of Biodiversity, which was celebrated, we have celebrated this on 22nd May 2024. On the very same day they have released this report. Okay, and the theme for the day was be part of the plan. And this report says that whatever the mangroves, coastal mangroves that are present in Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka and the Maldives, they all now currently being targeted and or recognized under critically endangered. Okay, there are 9 categories of IUCN Red List. Critically endangered, now they are rated as that. And mangrove ecosystem in the Bay of Bengal region shared with Bangladesh and western coast, they are classified as least concern because they are not much disturbed by the human intervention or the climate change that has been impacting the region badly, as we can see. And though it has been observed that in India the growth of mangrove area has increased from 23 square kilometers in 2001 to 45 square kilometers in 2021 as per the Indian State of Forest report, but still the quality has been degraded and it is impacting the life in the mangroves, and that's what they have highlighted in this report. We'll be doing this report in detail in one of the report section because this would be very, very important as part of your both ARD and ESI. Okay. Yes, moving on to our last question, I should say. Which of the following statements is correct regarding the Magellan mission's findings on Venus? Now, when we talk about this mission, the mission duration was from 1990 to 1992, and they have mapped 98% of the Venus surface, okay, using various radars, etc. And it was managed by the David Salcanis of the Annunzio University of Pescara, Italy, and not NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center. And what they have found out when they were looking into the data that has been collected as part of this mission, it has identified new lava flows at 2 locations on Venus, and this was highlighted very recently. The whatever the study that they have done on the data collected during that time, very recently they have released the details, and as part of which the Magellan data revealed that as part of the active volcano on the Venusian surface, and now new data analysis has revealed 2 more volcanoes that were actively erupting on the surface in the 1990s when Magellan was active around Venus. So उस time का data अभी study कर रहे हैं, that has led to this discovery. Okay, and the technology that they have used is synthetic aperture radar, that we say SAR. Okay, this is one of the technology that they use the radar to study any terrain, and this was led by David Salcanis of the Annunzio University of Pescara, Italy. They analyzed the radar data to uncover new lava flows in 2 locations. This is the location that they have highlighted on Venus, and here Sif Mons in Islo Regio and the western part of Nio Planitia. 2 points. Okay. Yes. So moving on to our answers for the homework questions that I had asked. Yes, I know it has been long time, 1 month back. Before that, this is what I wanted to highlight, the courses that we have launched. Current affairs course, quizzes only, but yes, those quizzes have comprehensive explanation for all whatever the news articles that we have covered in the form of MCQs, and it is currently at 500 rupees for 6 months only. And there are sample questions, quizzes also that you can check out before taking any informed decision. Okay, so the question that was asked on 7th May 2021, as per the latest data presented by RBI and CMI Economic Outlook, the total length of national highways constructed is 1,46,145 kilometers in financial year 2023. Now, which state has got the highest share in it? Maharashtra tops the list with the highest length of national highways constructed, 12,210 kilometers of new highways, and few of them were repairs from upgradations from the older ones. That's what they have mentioned here. Interim budget for financial year 24-25 was 2.78 lakh crores, wherein they are planning to build another 53,668 kilometers of new national highways. Okay, has already been constructed during this time. And top 5 states construction of national highways include Maharashtra. We have seen this already. With 12,210 kilometers, UP 4,284, after that Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. Next homework question was Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Central Leather Research Institute. Okay, where is it located? This is what I have given. I forgot to give the answer here. Okay, let me give you the answer here. See, this, one second. The Central Leather Research Institute, very recently they have come up. Yes. Very recently they have conducted a survey to address the inadequacies of existing international sizing standards and cater to the unique food characteristics of Indians by the name BHA, that is short for Bharat. जैसे sizes अभी हम लोग देखते हैं European size, that is US size, or the EU size for foot size. EU size, and sometimes we also say that UK size or US size. Now that we want to get away with, and we want to do that in our own terms, for which we have come up with BHA, and the proposal is submitted to the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade and has been forwarded for approval to the Bureau of Indian Standards. So once this we get approval from BIS, we can have our own foot sizing in the market with the name BHA, so under Indian standards. Now this particular research institute, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Central Leather Research Institute, it is in Chennai. Okay, they have conducted this survey and came out with this detail. So this is all from my end. These are all links to the various social media handles that EduTerrain has. Okay, for whatever queries that you have, you can always reach out to us through any of these media. And thank you very much for being so patient. And if you have any queries, you can always contact me through any of these details, or you can even do it in the comment section or during the session that we have. For few more days, I'll be premiering these sessions. Okay, but after that we'll go live as well. Okay, so thank you very much once again. Have a great day ahead. Please take good care of yourself. Bye bye.